Track and Field Hall of Famer, Sandra Patrick. She is not only an amazing athlete, just an amazing person. I feel like she has, I don't know if she would say this, but I can tell that she's a passion for mentoring, because I feel like every time I talk to her, I do something amazing. And she came in with the hair laid and slayed.
Lip gloss
Like, leave me alone. Sandra with the fashions. We have a fashion episode because let me tell you something. The girls were doing something different in the 80s and the 90s. Like, we think we're doing something cute, but like, y'all were serving.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. You guys are beautiful.
We get it from you.
Oh, I'm so like, y'all don't even know how excited I am to have Sandra on the show, because this is a shoulder that I stand on. Like,
same.
I love you, Corey.
Like, I get Sandra knows every time I talk to her, I'm like, let me just say thank you, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. Like, honestly and truly.
Like, also, I made my first senior team when I was 16, and Sandra was on the staff, and she said to my mom, "Don't worry about your baby girl, I got her."
I love you guys.
I think one of the greatest things about Track USATF is, like,
I know it's only because I'm Jamaican, but it's okay.
No, I'm saying, but our living legends really, like, pour into the next generation, and we're grateful if we just have to give you your flowers.
Thank you so much. I am doing good. I'm so excited that you guys thought about having me joining Track Girl Summer. I'm really excited. Yeah.
We can have Track Girl Summer, Patrick. And why I say she's one of the shoulders that I stand on is you ran in the first Olympic women's 400 hurdles in 1984.
Wow. I'm impressed. Research, love it. Yes, I did.
What was that like? Like, historic race. We literally just saw the first contested mixed 4x4 happen, and now, but you were in the first women's 400 hurdles.
What was that like? Well, first of all, I was in college, and so you talk about me. I looked up to the young lady that won. We're best friends to today. That's Nawal El Moutawakil from Morocco. And so you may know that I ran in the Olympics in 1984, and I represented Jamaica, my birth country. And I took 8th place in that race. And at that time, I was so embarrassed to walk around saying that I took 8th place, and my mom would just brag. I'm like, shh, don't tell anybody. Just don't tell anybody I took dead last in the Olympic finals. Okay, just don't tell anybody. But it was a great experience. The biggest moment for me was getting to the final. I should say that, just getting to the final. That was the biggest moment.
And more everything you do is historic. So in 1993, you and Sally Gunnell went under the world record. Sally got the gold, you got the silver in the world championship, and we see this, like, battle again, Delilah and Sydney, both going under the world record, kind of trading it back and forth. What is it like to see, like, the event get pushed forward in the way that it has? Because I feel like it's definitely progressing as we go along.
Absolutely. And you're correct. In 93, when I went under 52-second first American to go, under 53 seconds, everyone was just like, wow, that's unheard of. Okay, so when Sally and I did it, it was unheard of. And it's just so interesting because 2 years later, then we had two other Americans, Tanja Buford Bailey and Kim Batten, similar type race, 1-2. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And then, now, and we've had many other hurdlers that ran fast, including yourself, Corey, in the 52s. And it's amazing now. It's like I'm reliving history watching Delilah and Sydney now, running, how they're running so close together. And of course, Sydney dipping under that 52 seconds. I'm like, oh my God, that's just incredible. And I just think that the event is developing, our athletes are developing, technology is developing, training, everything. And we're just getting caught up.
And so today's day, and
so we got to talk about the lurks.
How did you? Can you just explain to us, like, for y'all who don't know, Sandra was out here in scorts. Okay,
pull up the right tweet.
She like I have several tweets where I was like, they have to see the fringe. Like, we over here like, oh, are you
with the cutouts?
With the cut, let them see the abs. How did it?
What was the
inspiration? Okay, so it's twofold. Okay, most of you may know that I was raised by, as you would know, Natasha, a Jamaican mother, very religious, Pentecostal, and it was a struggle for my coach to get me to wear shorts or pants. We had to wear skirts, and so it took her a while to buy into just wearing the shorts or the pants. I mean, it was like a no. And it's funny, you talk about, they say, train a child so they won't depart when they get older. Well, some of those values, I guess, was instilled in me. And as I got older, it was more, God, how cool it'd be if I could just wear a skirt to like symbolize what, is respective of my mom and our religion, if you would, Pentecostal, because everything was no jewelry, no makeup, no anything, right? And so it was inspired. Mother Farmer, everybody that knows her in the world of track and field, Mother Farmer, that was the inspiration. And also back in the 80s and 90s, women were trying to define themselves in a male dominated sport, right? And so everyone you see is like, oh, is that a boy? Is that a girl? And so for me, wearing the skirts, I wasn't really a big nail person, but putting on some makeup and getting the hair, right? The hair and the outfit was a thing.
Who did your hair? Were you doing your hair? Were you doing a roller
Absolutely not. Absolutely
tell
not.
The story about the big hairstyle before the big please.
Oh my God. So, we're all influenced by TV, and I was inspired by Patti LaBelle, right? So I was like, I've got to find Patti LaBelle stylist. So found Patti LaBelle stylist, and we had the Nationals in New York that year. And so she came to the hotel. She had no idea for athletics, right? And she gave me, if you guys saw the green outfit, she gave me a hairstyle. It's a waterfall, right? And I had stiff Patti LaBelle hair just coming straight down, right? And so I remember one of my girlfriend, I came down to the lobby. I was so excited. I said, ooh, do you like my hair? She's like, could you pat it down just a little bit? And so I pat it down. And to be honest, I have to say, that was not the best hairdo for running. I will say that, because that hairdo, they still think to this day, cost me the national championship. I took second place. I had a lot going on. The new outfit, and I was out there with my coach. Okay, make sure the skirt is not hitting the hurdle. I'm clearing right. So you had the outfit, you had the hair. Just wasn't a good combo. So needless to say, the lady did a phenomenal job if I was going on stage, but not for running track.
Yeah, I always am like a ponytail or a bun.
Yes.
Because I have big hair, because I just have curly hair, and so I'm always just like, I don't have time. The girls are running sub 52 now. Like, I don't have time to be worried if my hair is going to be flying everywhere. Like, just pull it back and let's get to work. But y'all were so...
Corey, I did not do the ponytail, because remember, I'm in this glam thing, right? And so I have a stylist that I've used her for 30 years. We went from braids to weaves, ponytail, we did it all. But I had to travel to Europe a lot. And you know what it's like traveling over to Europe. And it's so funny. It was clutch when you can find Gwen Torrance back then. She would lay my hair on a circuit. I would have hair flown over to make sure it's right from the United States, because you can't buy that in Europe, right? Where are you going to find
flown over?
No, literally FedEx. Like, I need my hair redone. Could you FedEx me some hair?
I'm renaming. Okay, this is what I need to do. go to Twitter, go to your settings, change your username to the 400 Hurdle Diva because look, look. Pull up a plate because she's serving.
We have a question from Dallas. Were any of your outfits influenced by the Jamaican dancehall world because the cutting is in a dancehall queen style?
Actually, it wasn't. My outfit initially, I went to I think it was a Broadway show or something. It was called Beauty Shop, I think it was in New York. It was Beauty Shop, and they had these dancers, and they had these little sheer skirts on. I was like, how cool would that be to run in one of? And trust me, it wasn't easy. And I had the concept, and the lady, actually, that was the wardrobe coordinator. She designed my first outfit, and I was looking to see. I did look for some outfits. It wasn't, wait a minute, stop. Can you pass me? Okay, so I'm going to give you the concept here. And the concept really was all about the skirt, right? And so I had no idea how to do it. So if you see, this is one of my first ones, right? And again, can you guys see that? And so, okay, so what we did was we put a Velcro on it, right? And the purpose of this was when you got done running, especially in Europe, and you take that victory lap, then you just wave it, or depending on the outfit, you throw it to the crowd, right? And so this was one of my.
She's giving performance.
Oh no, you don't want to see this body, but
I do.
You know, it's. I don't know if I can still fit this guy, so this might
yes,
be.
You can. Because I saw.
Wait a minute. I don't know about this. Wait. So anyway, the concept is, you look at this. Look at this, guys. Can't meet. Cannot meet. Okay. And so anyway, look at this. That's embarrassing. Okay, but we're friends. Okay, so anyway, you do that. That's the little skirt thing. I can't get up high enough. And then when you get done, you just do your thing and throw it to the curl. Now that was one of my first ones, and I think my this was my second one. And I will show you guys how I evolved in my whole outfit. Another skirt. This is one of the very first ones that I did. Okay. Now
I just feel like the exclusives of it all.
I'm like low key. I'm not a crier. I'm kind of tearing up right now because the little girl Corey is so happy right now, and this is exactly why we did this show because like I have chills right now. I don't even have words. I don't have words.
I'm gonna show you. This is a one piece. This is a one piece, right? And so there wasn't any taking off. This is the involvement of it all, right? So it's just one piece as opposed to just doing the skirt. And interestingly, I'm gonna show you one that so I wanted, I couldn't go out, I had sponsors, and Reebok at the time was so gracious. They paid to get all my outfits made. They probably averaged about $1,000 an outfit. Well, this is a Nike one actually. Okay, and a lot of this sequencing is actually hand done. So then my next inspiration came from Christy Yamaguchi. I watched her in skating, and I sought out her designer, Lauren Sheehan, and I would drive down to San Antonio, wherever she was, and she actually hand beaded a lot of my outfits. Like the one you have displayed, that white one, that's all hand beaded. Yeah. So, this was another outfit. Here, I tried to bring as many as I could. And this, of course, you had to have the
scrunchie.
Yeah, oh, you've got to have the scrunchies with it. And I'm going to just show you two more. I have a little assistant here. You don't know what
I love the assistance of it.
So, of course, the scrunchie. Wait, let me make sure I'm in the camera properly. My kids get on me. Can you guys see?
Yes, we can.
Okay. And then, of course, this is another one. And can you see the beading? Now, this is another cutout.
That's all hand beading?
Yes. This is all hand beading, front and back.
And these outfits averaged about $1,000 for production.
Well, as it got more expensive, the beading one is probably about $1,500 at a time. And of course, like I said,
Like point out that this is also in like the 80s and 90s. So today, this is probably like twice that.
yeah, exactly.
Do you realize we just got a couture showing of track and field? Like that was
It's funny. It's funny.
Sweating, I'm hot. My heart is racing. I'm sweating and have goosebumps at the
I
same
really
time.
like it here.
Like
So it's funny, you guys. I had to go in the attic to find these things, and I actually there is a show, and I think they showed some of it at my Hall of Fame induction. I remember being in a hotel room back then, and Lewis Johnson did a whole spread with all my outfits at the Olympics before I went out. It was about 8 or 9. It was wonderful, and so this just reminded me. You guys are getting me back in my element, making me feel a part of this
Yes.
this is
movement.
exactly
So
what I wanted to know.
I appreciate you guys. I just never thought I threw I threw away this stuff, put them up my kids. I would be embarrassed right now to even say I wore these things. And so thank you guys for bringing this moment back.
No,
Thank you for sharing this. Like this was perfect. Like sorry for our next guest. I don't know how they're gonna top this.
I'm so happy right now.
I know.
I'm literally about to. It's
But
like
I will say shout out to the ladies that's out there. I am just not only in awe, I just celebrate when I see the hair and the nails and the eyelashes. I'm like, that's how we do it. I love it. Don't be afraid. Dare to be different. I love it. I love.
I love what you said earlier that, we were women trying to stand out in a male dominated.
Yeah, define ourselves. Yeah.
And it's so interesting to hear and see how far we have but haven't come because it's like we're
Mm-hmm.
still battling that like I'm a woman and I can be as feminine or not feminine as I want to be. My
Yes.
femininity is defined by me. So if
Ex-
I want to go out there and run in a skirt, run in some tassels, mind your business. I'm doing
and also I also think there is a financial aspect if we're going to keep it real because a guy can look however he wants to look, and if he balls, if he's out there doing great things, they're going to pay him and they're going to talk about him.
That's a good point, Corey, because I will say, in
Better be
addition,
cute while you're being successful.
yeah.
you know what? I will say, Corey, that these outfits, although they cost back then, I will say the meets that I went to in advance, if I wore the skirts or the outfit, this was marketing back then, right? They
Yeah.
actually paid me more money for wearing the outfits. Miss Farmer Patrick, if you wear the skirt, I will pay you. If you take the skirt off and wave and entertain the crowd, and so I probably made more money than I probably should have back then, but
No,
the
you deserve
outfits was
you deserved every single penny.
well, thank you. But it really was an investment. It really was an investment. To your point, it was marketability back then when we did not have social media.
Okay, you're behind schedule.
Are
You
we?
have to
No,
bring in
it's
another
worth
guy.
it.
And
No.
it's like I don't want to stop talking to Sandra Farmer Patrick because
I'm happy to come back anytime. Happy to come back.
Please, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was so good.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for waking up and doing this with us. We're gonna continue to watch the 400 hurdles. I know you're excited just as much as we are, and you're cheering on Team USA and Jamaica.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. Natasha, I have a gift for you. Where did I put that? Oh, look at this. Have a little Jamaica US flag thing. I mean, ain't that cool?
need that.
I do need that.
Ah!
I do. It's missing pretty, but I need that.
Yeah, thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Bye, Tati Sandra.
Okay, bye bye.
I love you.
I just say we love you.
Too.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
My
Anytime.
life is made.
Keep up the good work, ladies. You're doing a great job. You really are.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see you soon.
Okay, bye bye.